Hi, I'm Daniel Andrews, owner and creator of Andrewsfootball.com. And yes, Taco Cat spelled backwards is Taco Cat. So that was your learning lesson for today. Now, with the 10th pick in the NFL draft, I already did this video. So Dan, what gives? Why are you doing no one? Here's the thing with the Denver Broncos is that when they brought in Vic Fangio from the Chicago Bears, excellent defensive coordinator, he's going to bring in a slightly different scheme than what they've ran before. Now, I'm not going to sit here and go through the nuances, but this is a guy who last year with the Chicago Bears went ahead and drafted Roquan Smith, put him in there as a rookie middle linebacker, had, if I remember right, it was 128 tackles and 5 sacks and only 14 starts. Looked awesome. Didn't go to a Pro Bowl. This is also the same team that traded for Khalil Mack. So you have a Khalil Mack type player in Von Miller. Bradley Chubb on the other side had about 12 sacks. So adding a third linebacker in the AFC West, especially the AFC West, where you have it basically, here's your breakdown. This is probably the most passing of all the divisions. You got Mahomes, MVP, Rivers, future Hall of Fame. You got Derek Carr threw over 4,000 yards, and they're talking about getting rid of him. So this division, you really need fast, athletic linebackers because you're going to get a lot of passing in this division. So drafting a guy who a former running back who can run with these receivers, tight ends, makes a ton of sense. But when I look at this defense, who's taking pressure away from the pass rushing linebackers? If you look at the depth chart here for the Denver Broncos, your starting nose tackle is Shelby Harris. Their former nose tackle is no longer with the team, and Shelby Harris, a guy who was signed as a free agent in 2017, is listed at 6'2", 288. Now, yes, that's a big guy for somebody like me and probably you, but for the NFL, now look at the centers that you're going against. You're going against the Raiders' Rodney Hudson. You're going against Mike Pouncey, went to a Pro Bowl last year. The Kansas City Chiefs' Mitch Morris is no longer with the team, signed for Buffalo for $40 million. But one thing about Andy Reid, former offensive line coach, knows how to have a good line, especially the interior, which has changed quite a bit. But that's neither here nor there. My point is that you got two really good centers in Los Angeles and in Oakland, and you're probably going to have another one in Kansas City. So you really need a solid nose tackle, a guy who can eat up space, because that strength is your pass rush. So with the 10th pick in the 2019 NFL Draft, I'm going to throw you a little curveball here. I now have the Denver Broncos selecting Dexter Lawrence, the defensive tackle out of Clemson. And here's the thing. Yeah, a guy who's about 342 who ran a 5.05. That's pretty quick especially for a guy that size. But if you watch this guy play, there's no way he looks like 340. I thought it was a mistake. I was thinking like maybe 310, 305. But he has no business moving that way and being 340. Let's say 345. I mean, this is a big man, but he doesn't move like a big man. So here's a guy who's strong enough to take on double teams, and that's what Denver needs more than they need linebackers. Because originally I was thinking Vic Fangio, he wants to do the same thing he did with Chicago. Get yourself, he had Leonard Floyd. They drafted with, I want to say, the 8th pick in the 17 draft. You trade for Mack and then use your other first-round pick. So, yeah, you want to get linebackers, and that's important. The Bears had the number 1 scoring defense in the NFL. It makes sense for them to follow the same blueprint for Denver, a team you're taking over as head coach. But who's going to take space away from those guys? You get a player who can stuff the run, open up the pass rush on the outside, plus he can also rush the passer. Now, the reason why he didn't rush the passer more in college is because if you pay attention to Clemson's defensive line, there's a chance 3 or 4 of those guys are going in the first round. So in my new mock draft, I have Dexter Lawrence going first. And this is going to be a guy, as a Chiefs fan, I'm really not going to like seeing, because this is a guy who's going to really be a monster against both the run. You're not going to see the stats, but he's really going to help out against pass, because you're not going to be able to double team Chubb and Von Miller when you got 345 barreling straight at your quarterback. So you tell me, which mock's better? Is White better? Is Lawrence better? I'm going with size over speed. Which one do you think Elway's going to do? You tell me which one's better, because I'm going to leave the video in the description below. Listen, if you're already a subscriber to Andrews Football, you already know you're one of the greatest people on planet Earth. But if you're new to my channel, you're a fan of Dexter Lawrence, you're a fan of the Donkeys, you're a fan of NFL drafts, fan of mock drafts. I'm losing my voice here. Or you're a fan of awesome hats. Look down here. See this? See this? Bam! Hit that button. Become one of the greatest people on planet Earth. Wait till tomorrow. We got some more draft talk coming. I'll see you tomorrow.